not working.
I've got an idea. Our slice, you spread, Ollie. This will get us going.
1, 2.
Go Nuts Peanut Butter. Nuttiness you'll never forget.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and finally, Mzansi, it might be the last recipe of the day, but I get to cook along with my incredible chefs. Guys, what have you been up to?
We've been having fun, and we've been making with eggs. Of course, it's World Egg Day.
An egg-tastic day, I'd like to call it. Well, we are gearing up for this final recipe, and these egg-tastic peanut butter cookies are yummy, nutritious, and made with simple pantry ingredients that you probably have on hand. Clover Go Nuts peanut butter, now available in 800 grams, is sure to keep your little ones powered up for the day and ready for life's little adventures. For example, Olympics. See what I did there? Ollie, Olympics.
I love that.
So what do we need to make these delicious cookies? They look incredible.
Okay, so it's a very simple mix. We basically have some oats in here. There's some caramel chips you can add in there. We've got some chocolate chips, but you can go wild. You can add whatever flavor you'd like to add to it, as long as you have your oats and the sugar and your egg, which is your base, and then your peanut butter.
Yeah, it is all about the
And
eggs
it's literally,
today.
you can throw everything into the bowl, mix it up together. You can store it in your freezer, roll them into logs whenever you want to use them, cut them out and bake them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, not only is this good for the little ones, but it's also just incorporating all those ingredients that people really do have. Dion's already put the egg in there, and that's what the star of the show is.
We've got
and
the
now
egg
there's
in there. And
another
now
superstar.
This is the superstar. We've got the Clover Go Nuts, and I'm so excited about this 800-gram type because you can go in and have a scoop and taste out of the jar. No one will notice because you don't.
Just don't double dip.
Just don't double dip. Okay, I'm good. So we're going in with about a cup of the Clover Go Nuts in there, and then.
And the Clover Go Nuts peanut butter, I don't know if people know this, but it's made with like 90% choice grade peanuts that have been perfectly ground, you know, to give you that more smoother, more spreadability on it. So, and I think it's perfect if you're going to use it, one, in recipes like this, but even just for your lunch snacks, you know, for some of us that like to snack during the day, if you want to sandwich it with just some peanut butter, this would definitely be the peanut butter to choose. And we were talking about that mixture that chef is making there. You can see he's slaving away and making sure it comes together. But as much as it comes together as well, what I'm loving about it is that it's still crumbly. And a lot of the times that if you overmix your dough, it becomes too, you know, it becomes too hard. But the lovely thing, because we're not using flour and going with oats, it still maintains that crumbly texture, giving you a nice, you know, soft and decadent cookie as well.
Yeah, what is the secret, chefs, to having a lovely, moist cookie? Because a lot of the times people, they become hard and brittle and just not enjoyable.
It's the butter. It's the butter quantity. You've got to get it quantity so well where the flour, butter, egg is at the right ratio, so it kind of melts down when you bake it as well. So you get a crunch, crisp to it also.
Stunning. No, it looks like it's coming together quite well. Chef Jay, how's it going on your side, Chief?
Firstly, I'd like to say that unfortunately there's going to be none of this left because I'm using most of it into a little frosting. I'm making a little peanut butter frosting to pair with our cookie today. We've got literally just the Go Nuts peanut butter and a little bit of icing sugar, and then just a lot of elbow grease.
I can see that. I mean, Chef Dion, when he was pushing this together, it was the me. I like it. But Tumi, you're forming the cookie now as well.
And remember I was telling you about how crumbly it is. As much as that it's easy for me to form them into balls, I mean, just look at how beautifully they crumble. Meaning that even if you also don't want to use this just as a cookie, you could use this on top of a bake. Let's just say you've made a bake and you want to give it a nice crunchy little topping. You can definitely do this as well. It crumbles perfectly. If you want to make, you know, a play on a peanut butter cheesecake, definitely use this as your base as well and just bake it at the bottom.
Oh,
but as you can see,
and that could be the crumbs. Lovely.
It just, you know, it forms beautifully in your hand. You can literally make it into any shapes. I'm loving the crackling that we form as you press it down into a ball. So I start off by forming this beautiful little circular ball, and then once it's done, I just use both my palms, press it together, and it gives you a simple cookie like that. Like you said, Chef, if you wanted that option as well, where you take the whole mixture, roll it into a log, that also gives you those perfect cookie sizes as well.
Okay, and the baking times, I actually want to add a little chocolate chip. Magic!
And I'm going to have a taste. Chef, are you going to taste along with me?
Yeah, that's
You want to grab one over there?
So is this about a 10-minute baking time?
Look, this looks like it's a 10-minute bake. I mean, Chef Jay, you know best, because especially depending on, in this instance, we didn't use any flour. We're using the oats as our base. So in essence, all we want is we don't want to bake them for too long, right? Just a nice 10 minutes on 200 degrees.
Yes, so we're going to go in with 200 degrees. and then 10 to 12 minutes, but also just keep an eye on your oven.
True.
Because depending on how hot your oven is running, it might go a lot quicker. So keep your eye on it. And it's very difficult with these because of the color of it's golden brown already. So just be very, very careful. But I'm not opposed to a little bit of an underbaked, squishy cookie. But
yeah, I can eat the cookie dough just like that.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, Udum is eating just the cookie dough, just as is. Dion, we have to get your rating. How is it tasting?
I think it's brilliant. I never expected much from it, to be honest, but it's really tasty.
Exciting, exciting. Well, it has been all about the eggs, and that is an incredible way to put the finishing sweet touch on what has been a phenomenal show. Head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get this recipe. And if you need to see all the excitement about the Olympics, head over to Clover Go Nuts social media pages. Chefs, a round of applause.